Hello and good evening. Hey, Eugene.
Hello, teacher.
How are you doing today?
Yes, I'm doing great, but I'm so tired.
Are you at home?
Yes, I'm at home.
Oh, okay. So I thought you used to work in night shift, right?
Yes, I'm working at nighttime.
So are you at your work at the moment?
No, today I'm off.
I see.
Yesterday I'm off. Yes, yesterday I'm off. I ought to go to work at 8 p.m. in my time zone today.
You should go to work at okay. Hello, Naveen. Welcome. Okay, that's great. If you remember, we were discussing yesterday articles, and honestly, we couldn't finish it. Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right. Naveen, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. I can hear you.
Okay. Would you like to tell us where are you from and what do you do?
I'm from India, and I'm doing my own work. I am an entrepreneur, and I am not speak in English properly. So I
Hmm.
use in this app, and I am trying to speak in English.
All right. So how long have you been using this application? Naveen? Hello. Okay. So I'll come back to you. No worries. So how was your day, Eugene?
Yes, I haven't I have I have been catching a cold during 5 days.
Mm-hmm.
Mm, yes, during this time, during these days, it was so it was not good for me. Yeah, I'm feeling tired and yes.
Okay. Okay. That's great. No problem. So I'm going to share the pace of article from yesterday.
Mhm.
Can you see it?
Yes, I can see.
Okay. So we explain how we can use a and n,
Mm.
and now use of the or da.
Da.
It can be two sounds depending on the next word. If there is a vowel sounds, then it should be the. For
Mm.
example, the United States of America, the United Kingdom, the orange, the apple, but the Philippines, okay, the Japanese, the Korean,
Mm.
the British. All right, clear, both of you?
Okay.
Great. We're going to have a test today after this, all right? Using the article correctly, and I'll explain one by one.
Mm.
So, welcome on second year viewers. It is Monday night here in the UK, and our local time is 4 past 9 p.m., which is the an hour ahead of GMT. So, we use the or the in many places. And if you remember, the means it is definite article. For example, I want the red book. You see, if I say that I want, actually it should be the red book. I want the red book because here we are using the to identify that book which is red in color. Okay,
Mhm. Okay. Okay.
definitely red book is the one which I want.
Mm.
Okay, now
Yeah.
first use of article. The, when a singular noun represents a whole class, like the committee, the class, the student of class 8. Okay, when it is a
Okay.
nationality, then we use the, like the Canadian, the Japanese, the Korean, the British, the American, the Indian, the Pakistani, the Bangladesh, the Indonesian, the European. Okay, when we are specifying. We also use the or the when we refer to someone, like, oh, you are the Socrates, I see. Okay, while speaking to a specific person or a thing, like the Taj Mahal of India, the Statue of Liberty of New York, the Disneyland of Japan, okay, or the Buckingham Palace of the UK. When you refer to classics and holy books, like the Ramayana, the Holy Quran, the Bible, okay.
Okay.
So let's move on. The wall is a kind of mammal, okay. While speaking, like Jew is a person, okay, we explain this. The poor beggar could get no alms. Do you know the meaning of alms? ALMS. ALMS, L is silent, alms.
I have no idea what is this. I'm going to search it.
Alms means
Oh,
begging.
means some begging.
Yeah, begging food, clothes, money. Alms. English language is a crazy language, Eugene. Oh, where is he gone? All right. Anyway, dear viewers, if you're interested to join, you're more than welcome. You have to hit on to the subscriber button and you'll be able to join this lesson. Possibly free lessons, 2 free lessons, okay? Okay, so we're specifying the particular person, like the man who crossed the road yesterday was my neighbor. The person who is in the speaking section is I should say, the person like you is Eugene from Japan. Okay, when you refer to classics and holy books, I have given the example where you're referring to the names of journals and newspapers. So Eugene, tell me some of the newspapers of Japan. What are their names?
The name most famous newspaper is Asahi.
Okay,
Asahi.
is there an English newspaper in Japan?
Herald is famous.
What's the name again?
Newspaper in Japan. Herald.
Herald.
Herald. Yes.
Is it Herald or Harold? Can you please write it?
Probably. I forgot the spelling.
Okay, let me find it from online. Is it the Herald? Yeah.
Yes, the Herald. Herald.
Herald. So
Yes.
rather than Herald, yes, Japan Herald, the heart of the nation. See, the heart of the nation. That is amazing. 2 articles they have used.
Yes.
Okay. Welcome back, Naveen. The New York Times, the Wall Street Journal, the Jakarta Post, the Guardian, the Metro, the Saudi Gazette. Okay. Guardian is a British paper. The Herald of Japan. Eh? So when we are imaginary geographical lines, like the Capricorn, equator, the Tropic of Cancer, the Tropic of Capricorn, the latitude, the longitude. These are related to the geographical, explanations. Okay. By the way, if you've got
Okay.
any question, always stop me and ask me. It's Naveen and Eugene. Please,
Mm.
please be frank to ask me. Don't worry. We always learn from what we don't know. Number one, when we are confused. Number two, when we like to know more. Okay.
Teacher, I'm curious. When I called someone who when I call someone who looks foreigner,
Mm-hmm.
uh, I should I should he looks British. He looks y- he looks a American.
No,
Is it true?
no. I understand what you're trying to say. Look, when it is only a nationality, we do not use any article. Like he
Oh,
looks British, he looks American, he looks Canadian, he looks Korean, he looks Japanese, he looks Indian, he looks Bangladeshi, he looks Pakistani, he looks Indonesian, he looks European. But when after that specific identity, like he's a British citizen, now you have to use a. He's a Japanese citizen. Okay, you are a Korean resident. You understand? So Korean resident. Now it is sometimes we call it is compound nouns. When there are two nouns together, makes a meaningful sentence or meaningful word. We call them compound word.
no, I got it. I got it.
So before the compound word, generally we use articles, but when it is like a individual identity, like your nationality, we don't use article. We don't say he's a British. He is British. Like he looks British. He appears to be British. Okay. I'm writing it
Okay.
for you so that uh, I'm writing in the comment section. He looks British, for example. Or you can say, oh, what's happening? Or
He looks British.
he
Oh,
seems British.
he seems British.
He appears to be British.
Appear to be British. Oh.
He appears to be British. Okay. But if there is citizen, then we cannot use without article. You have to write he is a British citizen. Okay. So British citizen is a compound word in this case. British citizen. So he's a British citizen. Like I should say, Eugene is a Japanese resident. Oh, Monica is here. ¿Cómo estás, Monica? Hello, Monica. Are you there? Like Monica is a Peruvian citizen.
Peruvian.
Hello, teacher.
Hey, Monica, welcome back.
Welcome, welcome.
Thank you so much. Hello, Naveen. Hello, Jim. Thank you so much, teacher. I am really fine. And you?
I'm all right. Is everything okay with you?
Yes, teacher. Everything is okay.
Where
I
did
am
you?
on holiday, teacher.
I know you
I am
told
on
you,
vacation.
you told me that you would be on holiday. Yeah. Did you go elsewhere?
Yes, teacher. I am fine, but I am in Highland in that moment. I am visited to my father's.
Is it within the Peru country?
Yes, yes, it's in Peru, but this is in a highland, in a
Highland.
small place. Mm-hmm.
You know,
It's in
I
Highland.
heard it Thailand. Sorry.
Thailand.
Okay, I understand, teacher. My father lives in Cusco, teacher, near to Machu Picchu.
All right. Say my hello to your parents. Hello, daddy,
Mhm.
mommy. Okay. So I'm sure you're having fantastic time with your parents. Okay.
Yes,
So
teacher.
Welcome. So, do you have time to join with us, or you like to say hello to all of us because you are on holiday?
No, no, teacher. I love attend your class.
Great. We are just describing article how we can use the or the. Okay, and after that
Okay,
there would be a test. Okay, article test. It's a bit difficult
okay,
test though because it is pre-intermediate level. Okay.
okay.
All right. Number 6. We refer to imaginary geographical lines: the equator, the Tropic of Cancer, the Tropic of Capricorn, the latitude, the longitude. Okay, Eugene has a question earlier. Okay, if it is
Mhm.
your nationality, we do not use any article. I'm like Monica is Peruvian, but if there is a compound word like Peruvian resident or Peruvian citizen or Peruvian visitor, then we have to use an article. Okay, Eugene and Monica.
Okay, teacher.
So now compounds words
Okay,
are
teacher.
when you bring two words together that makes a meaningful word, like spring roll. Okay, good looking man or good looking girl, like Monica, yeah, for example.
Mhm.
A handsome
Okay.
man like
Mm,
Eugene, yeah? Look handsome
Yeah.
and man, we are bringing two words.
mm,
I'm just giving examples how we can sometimes
mhm.
create compound words. Clear, both of you?
Yes, teacher.
Yes, teacher.
Yes.
Very good. Now we are almost and okay. Before the superlative degrees, do you remember superlative degrees? The adjectives we use in superlative form, like good, better, best. Okay, happy, happier, happiest, sad, sadder, saddest. But you'd be surprised to know that there is an advertisement from an American TV. It's advertisement for a milk. They're saying it is good, good or goodest, bad, badder, baddest. And people think that, oh, that is not
Mhm.
grammatically correct. This is that marketing idea and technique. When you're using wrong grammar, people will remember, oh, it is the from that advertisement. This is how I remember because I saw in an advertisement and they're using this good, good or goodest, bad, badder, baddest. But basically, in grammar, we do not use this. It could be slang.
Yeah.
So what would be the superlative degree for good, Monica?
Superlative before what, teacher?
The superlative degree of the word good.
Uh-huh. Superlative, the best.
The best, yes. Good, better, best. Okay, like positive, comparative, superlative. How about
Mhm.
bad, Eugene?
Worst.
Bad, worse, worst. Very good. Similarly, saddest. Okay, happier, happiest. Tinier, tiniest. But when it is more than two syllable, we use much and more, like clever. Much clever, more clever.
Mhm. Much clever. More clever.
Okay, we use much
Okay.
when it is a bisyllable. Generally, this type of degree
Mhm.
when it is monosyllable, happy, good, sad, these are monosyllable, bad. Okay, so
Okay.
we must remember we should always use the or the before the superlative degrees, like the worst, the best, the most. This is an old film. There's another famous film recently, the Beauty and the Beast animated film.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Now we're coming countable and uncountable nouns. If you remember, countable
Yes,
nouns are
I know.
those nouns which can be counted literally like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 kg, 2 kg, 1,000, 2,000. And in that case, we use many. When it can
Mhm.
be counted, we use much. Like, water. Though water is measurable, but we cannot count it. Water, knowledge, milk.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay.
Mhm.
So how do you use those things in a singular way? or unit form. If you remember, we have to use determiner, like may I have a bottle of water, please? Or you can say, may I have a glass of water, please? Or you can say, coffee is another uncountable. May I have a cup of coffee, please? Or a cup of tea, please, yeah? A piece of bread. Remember, Eugene asked me why bread is uncountable. It is the grammarian that created, bread is uncountable. We use a piece of bread. All right. Similarly, luggage, a piece of luggage.
Okay.
All right, ready? Let's do a little bit test on articles. Uh-oh. Where is this? Actually, okay, let's do the uncountable. A piece of bread, piece of butter, piece of information, piece of advice. Bacteria. Okay. Actually, the test is on another page. I'm sorry, it's not the same page. So, Monica, how long you'll be on holiday? Monica?
I have been holiday only 1 week, teacher.
How many days have gone?
3 days.
So you've got more 4 days?
I need yes. 4 days more. After that, I go back to the capital, Lima.
Okay. So this test is mostly based on pre-intermediate and intermediate level, because I believe that it will be good for you to have a test like this. Because if I give you the test like, hang on a second, paragraph styles, single. One moment, yeah, I'm just trying to, there's not many questions, 6 questions, but speed. All right, let's do number 1. Eugene, you'll go first, and after that, Monica.
Yes, I saw a one-eyed person.
So is it A, N, or D? You have to remember whatever you have said. Then I can write in the
saw,
comment section.
Okay. I saw on one-eyed person who was looking for a looking for address. There is no article. There is no need to article. Yeah, address and asking help to get to get to the address.
Okay, let's do one by one. I'm making a little bit bigger. Okay.
Okay.
So you have to choose A, N, D, or no article. So you said, what should I first blank?
On.
On. There is no on here. A and D, no article.
Yeah.
4 choices. They have to choose any of them.
N.
I saw N one-eyed. Okay. Next one.
Next one. There is no need to no article.
Okay, I'm writing an answer. And no article. Then
Get to last one is the address.
the address. Okay, that is your answer. Okay, Monica.
Okay, teacher. I saw no article. A person who was looking for an address and asking her to get to the address.
So for Monica, you said no article, right? First one.
Mm-hmm.
Then you said N, right? Or what? Sorry.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And the last one is D.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I saw dash-eyed person who was looking for dash address and asking help to get to dash address. Okay, remember that we use article before vowel sound and consonant sound. Yesterday, I'm just going back to yesterday's lesson. Monica's not here. If it is sounds like you, wa, okay? If it is sound like you, I'm going to make it bigger letter wa, ha, b, k, c, d. Hang on a second. If a sound, when you're pronouncing, it sounds like this. Generally, we always use a, okay? Article a. It doesn't matter, it starts with consonant and vowel, but it should sound like this. Now look at the word one-eyed wa. Can you see one? Right? Eugene and Monica?
Okay. I got it.
One, yeah? Let me make it this. One-eyed person. Hey, he's an one-eyed person. It could be swearing as well, and sometimes, you know. Do you know the meaning of one-eyed person? It has got two meanings. Literally, one of the meaning is that when somebody is unfair to you, doing favor to someone else, that means the person doesn't want to see you, your quality, your hard work. We call it them sometime one-eyed person in a negative sense. And another one-eyed person, the person who doesn't have eye at all, only one eye. Okay, in this case, physically one eye is, okay, not the partial person. Okay?
Okay.
Look at the sound one more time. I saw one-eyed person. So we should choose.
A.
Very good. Bravo. Monica? Monica's busy with.
No. Yes, teacher, I'm listening.
So because
But
it is
then I mix.
because it is was sound, we have to use a. Okay.
I saw
Similarly,
one
yeah, one-eyed one. Wa. Look at the sound. Wa. Ah. 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 Okay. I'm just trying to sing. Okay. Will you please give me one moment, both of you? Can you please carry on talking? I'll be back in 1 minute.
Okay.
Okay, teacher.
U. Wow. O. E. K. C. D. Okay. What time is it there, Monica?
In my country is 3:30 p.m.
I'm sorry, I didn't get you.
3:30 minutes. 3 hours.
3:30. Oh.
3 hours 30 minutes. Yes, p.m. And in your country?
It is 5:29 a.m.
Oh wow, it's really early.
Yes. It is
Do
so.
you get up early?
No. I'm not sure if I told you before. I ever told it to someone. I'm working at nighttime. And that is why I wake up now.
Okay. How long have you been studying English, Eugene?
For 1 year, I have been
1 year.
studying English. Yeah.
In Hallo or in other application?
I've been using Hallo for 6 months probably.
6 months. Oh. Do you practice with other teachers also?
No, I study English by books and watching YouTube, and yes, or I'm using a lot of way of method to my English skill. Yeah.
Ah, wow, nice. Thank you for telling me. Hello, teacher.
I'm back. Sorry, I
You
have
are
to get
very
a glass of water. I'm thirsty. It's very hot today.
Welcome back,
no
teacher.
worries,
Thank
teacher.
you. So we have to use a, and we can use a before university. Remember, European. You look, university, European. Okay, unicorn,
Unicorn.
etc. These are the U sound. Okay. Similarly, one night, $1, 100,000 bucks. We have to use a as well.
100,000. Okay.
100,000. Okay, so first one is clear. I saw a one-eyed person who was looking for. Eugene said it should be no article. Monica says an. So do you remember the sound when we should use an? A. If it sounds like a, e, I, we have to use an.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it could be single a or
Mm-hmm.
double a, I, or I sound, o, e. We have to use an. All right, a or a stressed, I or I, o, e. We have to use an. So address, a. Can you see? Address a is there. So we have to use an. All right, both of you.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I saw a one-eyed person who was looking for an address and asking help to get to dash address. Okay, you both are correct. The last one, it should be the address, because here the address is the specific address the person was looking for. Well done, both of you, for the last one. So once again, if it sounds like you are hobby K C D, use a. If it sounds like a, I, the dip, o, e, we use an. It doesn't matter if there is no vowel sound. So that's the reason we use an before honors degree, an honors degree holder. Starts with H, but in this sound, H is silent, so we use or pronounce only O, honors, okay? Similarly, honest, not honest, though I have heard many people say honest, no, that's wrong. Honorarium, honorarium. We use an, okay? Clear, both of you?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we're going to get the difficult test now. It is a difficult test,
Okay, teacher.
but don't worry, we're learning from our discussions. Let me make it a little bit bigger. Monica, would you like to go first this time?
Okay, teacher. The difference between successful person and others is not lack of strength, not lack of knowledge, but rather lack in will. Okay, the difference between a successful person and the others is not is not, and the other is not a lack of strength, not a lack of knowledge, but rather than a lack in will.
So which one you think? A, B, C, D? It's a bit difficult, Monica.
A, A teacher.
You said A. Okay.
Mhm.
Monica's answer is A. I'm writing it. Yeah, Monica A. Oops, sorry. How about you, Eugene?
Hmm. Oh,
Monica has chosen A.
A
Okay.
or C. I guess it can be A or C. But I'm going to C.
All
I'm
right.
going to choose C.
Would you like to read the whole sentence using C, Eugene?
No. It can be not C. I'm sorry. I'm going to choose B. B.
B. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me read out Monica's answer first. Okay. The difference between a successful person and the others is not in the lack of strength, not lack of knowledge, but rather a lack in will. It is Monica's answer. And if you have chosen B, read it first, then I'm going to read it. Okay. Eugene?
Mhm.
Yes. And the difference between a successful person and others is not a lack of strength, not a lack of knowledge, but rather a lack in will.
So you have chosen B, right?
Yes, BB.
So I'm writing for you B. Your initial E, Monica's initial M. Wow, that's pretty obvious that you both are almost correct. The difference between a successful person, A is right, both of you, and now you have chosen no article, and Monica has chosen the or the. Hmm. Okay, let's use article. Between the others is not a lack of strength, not lack of knowledge, and but rather lack of will. This part, all of you are correct. Now the confusing part is others. Remember, Monica and Eugene, if it is plural subject, generally we don't use any article. Monica,
Okay, teacher.
others is a plural subject, okay?
Mhm.
But if it were like this, the difference between successful person and you, again subject, we don't use any article. Between you,
Mhm.
between others, between her, between say Monica, between Eugene, between Rahat, between anyone. Remember, these are noun or pronoun, and we don't need to use any article.
Mhm.
So no,
Okay, teacher.
so no article is the right. Okay, Eugene, you are
Mhm.
correct. Arigato gozaimasu.
Uh, thank you.
Muchas gracias. So B is the
Most
correct
welcome,
answer.
teacher.
Monica, Monica, I've got a question for you.
Okay.
You're on a holiday. What is the most exciting
Mhm.
thing you have done in the last 4 days?
One one of the most exciting things, teacher, was yesterday because it was the Mother's Day, and I had the opportunity to pass with my mother and my family in general. We make the most typical food to this place, and after that we can dancing and talking and singing between us. Was the most beautiful day because my mother was really happy.
Hmm.
Also my brothers and sisters.
After how many years or months you saw your mother?
3 years, teacher.
Oh, you didn't see her for the last 3 years. Lucky you.
Mhm. Yes, teacher. That is because during the COVID pandemic, I
Okay.
couldn't travel. After that, I couldn't because of my work, but in this occasion, yes, I couldn't. I could, unfortunately.
That's great. And what
Mhm.
kind of song did you sing and what kind of dance? Is it traditional singing, traditional dancing?
We are thinking different kind of music, Spanish music especially, not relative to Mother's Day. Is music for dancing,
Okay.
like a salsa music in general, merengue or rock. We was dancing.
All right. So salsa, ding, 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 dun, 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 something like that.
Yes,
And
yes.
salsa music, I have seen they, knock the floor with their heel or shoes. That's really amazing.
Mhm.
And flamingo dancing?
Yes. Flamenco, no, no, honestly, it's not typical here, dancing flamenco. Uh, but we prefer here dancing salsa or merengue, or sometimes there are a typical song here called chicha. Chicha is a traditional music
Chicha.
to my country. Hmm.
Hmm. I
Chicha
should come to
music.
see your, this traditional music and Machu Picchu.
Mm, yes. In this opportunity, I can't visit Machu Picchu. Obviously, I know Machu Picchu. I traveled many times, but in this opportunity, I can't because I need to go back to the capital because I need to start my work again.
Hmm.
Then I don't have much time.
Okay. How many miles away from your capital city, that place, Highland?
It's in plane. Uh, 1 hour by plane.
Oh, you had to take the flight.
Oh yes, of course.
Hmm. The plane is expensive at this moment. Plane's ticket.
Um, it depends. If you buy your ticket um, until, for example, 2 days or 1 week, is expensive. But if you buy your ticket with anticipation, maybe 2 months or 3 months in advance,
Hmm.
it's cheap. It's a little cheap.
Okay. How much is, you mean, cheap? How much you had to pay?
It, mhm. If you buy 2 months ago, for example, you can pay $80 for go and 80 for go back.
Okay.
160 dollars
With
in
return ticket.
general. Mhm. But if you buy uh, um, in the same week, for example, which in short time, maybe you need pay $300 or $350 or maybe 400. It depends if especially if you want travel in a special occasion, like for example Mother's Day or 28 July, that is Independence Day in my country, or Christmas, other special days, you need pay more.
Hmm. Okay. Yes, Eugene, you're trying
Mhm.
to say something.
Hmm. Yes. What
Would,
should I try? What should I try?
would you like to share anything?
Yes. Um, uh, uh, I'm I'm prepared. I'm preparing to. I'm preparing taking. I'm prepared.
I'm
Preparing
preparing
to
to
take
take.
IELTS.
I'm
Take IELTS test.
I'm preparing to take the IELTS test. The we have
The
to.
IELTS test. Yeah. The a teacher. How do you think? Should can I get 6.5 over on
No,
speaking part?
no.
No.
You have to speak more if you want to get six above. It will be difficult for you at this stage. If you remember, 4 things are assessed in our speaking. Number 1, fluency and coherence. Number 2, using vocabs, lexical resources. Number 3, grammatical accuracy and wider ranges of grammar. And number 4, pronunciation. Yeah, and honestly speaking, you have got lackings of all of these 4 sections. It will affect the overall score. So it's better for you to first you become fluent, then you'll develop more grammar knowledge and creativity, how you can make sentences and develop your pronunciation. Then possibly you'll get 6 or maybe more. It will take time though. Don't be hurry, okay? Eugene, honestly speaking, you're going to lose the money. You wouldn't get 6.5.
Teacher,
Yes, Monica.
teacher, also I want to take my IELTS exam in this year because I want to start a master degree abroad in English. And if I was a review in internet in universities in Spain or in other countries,
Mm-hmm.
and I need to pass this exam.
And
But
how
I
much
don't
score do
know
you need?
how.
6?
Yes, maybe 6 for enter to the university. But I don't know if it's possible. I don't know how I can start, teacher, because maybe I need to get a preparation, especially in writing. I don't know in general, but I don't know what time I can prepare. Do you
Okay.
can suggest, teacher, in what time, 2 months, 3 months, or 4 months, or 10 years?
No, it depends on you. Don't say like that. If you don't practice, it may take longer time. If you practice a lot, it will be shorter time. Okay, so my suggestion
Mm,
for both of you, do one thing: practice every day writing and speaking. If you
mhm,
are good at writing and speaking, then listening will be improved automatically. Okay, you have to listen
okay,
more
teacher.
videos, more movies, because you are
Mhm,
planning to sit for the IELTS exam. As you might be aware, the speaking part is based on the RP accent, and which is a British kind of British accent, and it is the neutral accent we say in the UK. And
mhm,
also reading. While you are reading, you have to develop the understanding capacity. You need to widen your grammar as well as vocabulary so that you understand whatever you read. Okay, so
mhm,
overall these 4 parts you have to get amazing marks if you want to get 6 or 6.5 above. You can easily get both of you
mhm,
5, 5.5, no doubt. But when it's a matter of 6
mhm,
or 6 above, then you have to hard a little bit more.
I got it.
Okay. But also, Monica, I've noticed that you are also taking classes from teacher Nazrul. He also teaches IELTS exams, writing, right?
Yes, teacher. The problem, teacher, is uh, teacher natural class uh, has during my work. Then never I can join. Maybe I can join 10 minutes because sometimes I am working in or I am in a meeting
Mm-hmm.
and I can join because he don't have other time. For example, at night, my country, in the morning,
Mm-hmm.
that's why I can join as much that I want. Also, I want to take classes with teacher Ahmed. It's
Um,
5 a.m. to my country. 5 a.m. I need to get up. No, half past 4 a.m.
Oh,
To
that's
time
too early.
to time. Yes, but it's I don't know the option because I don't have other moment for join during the day.
Mm-hmm.
Or I can join in the morning, really, really morning, or really, really late, but no in the middle day.
You're right.
what time do you work?
I work from 9 a.m.
Hmm.
to
Like
7 p.m.
7 p.m. Oh.
That is Peruvian
And
time, okay? Monica, you should let him know
yes,
what is the time now.
mm,
Then possibly he would understand.
It's Peruvian time. Oh, I.
Monica,
this is Peruvian time.
yeah, what is the time now?
My time is 10 minutes for 4.
So it
10
is
minutes to 4.
it is 3:50 Monday afternoon, okay, Eugene?
Mm-hmm.
For me it is 9:50, and for you it is early morning, Tuesday morning, right?
Yes, yeah. I'm in the future than you.
Yeah, I'm in the middle. So
Yes,
Monica is from past.
Yeah,
I am living in the past.
yeah.
That's right. So you're going to get more times.
Exactly, teacher.
All right. So
By the way, teacher, I try to use my time for improve English in any times. Obviously, when I have the opportunity, in this moment, I enter to different kind of live stream, especially with teacher, because mm, I need to improve my mistakes or correct my mistakes, and also learn more grammar or try to practice better my speaking properly, because sometimes I put Spanish words during my speech in English.
mhm.
Then is a little confused for other person. Maybe when they want to listen me or understand me, they can, because obviously they can understand Spanish. Then I need to have more grammar, more grammar
And
inside
vocabulary
my speech.
and
Yes,
vocabs as well.
grammar and vocab. Mhm.
But, uh,
Mhm.
but between English and Spanish has a lot of similar thing, isn't it?
Yes, a
In
little
grammar wise
similar.
similar, but in word wise no.
Mm,
Mhm. Also, in pronunciation is really different.
That's right.
Sometimes we are thinking that, for example, one word have the same meaning in English and Spanish, but no, the writing is similar, but the meaning is different. For example, realize, no, realize in Spanish exists that word, realize, like realizar, like achieve your goals, for example. But in English, realize is other meaning. Then sometimes
Ah,
I don't try to use, because if I use that word, definitely I am saying other thing in other context.
that's right. Like bravo. What does it mean
yeah.
in Spanish? Cry, right?
Bravo in Spanish is like when, for example, when you win something, when
Cheerful
you obtain
greetings.
something, exactly great thing, you say, "Oh wow, bravo! You are a great person. You are a winner," or like that. You say, "Bravo."
But you
Mm,
know the river Rio Grande or Rio Grande in Mexico.
Rio Grande.
Yeah, we are reading that
Really,
story on the other day. It says its name was Bravo. That means cry in Spanish.
cry.
Yeah, in old
Mm,
Spanish, Old English, bravo means crying or anger, something like
yes,
that.
possible, possible. In different countries we talk in Spanish, but some words have different meaning.
Hmm.
Then we need to really care when we travel. For example, Spain. Maybe I say a word and that word have a aggressive meaning in Spain, for example, and
Okay,
I can say this word definitely.
understandable. So, actually, language is not static, it changes.
Mhm,
That's why what is a good word for you, it's a similar word, maybe a bad word or negative word in another culture.
mhm. Yes.
Like one good example, the English 8, the symbol of
Yeah.
English 8, yeah? This is 8, right? In our language, this is 4.
Mm,
All right. That is very amazing. What is in English 8, that is in Bengali language 4.
Oh, really, teacher?
Yes, just half.
Mm.
Okay. All right. So let's move on. We've got 5 more minutes. Let's, Monica, would you like to start this one, please?
Okay, teacher. If you really want to do something, you will find a way. If you don't, you find the excuse. Okay. If you really want to do something, you will find a way. If you don't, you will find the excuse or excuse.
One more time, read it. Okay, Monica, do
Okay.
you remember the pronunciation technique is 1, 2, not want and two? 1, 2.
One, two, yes,
Similar vowel.
one. If you really want to do something, you will find a way. If you don't, you will find an excuse.
Excuse.
Letter C, teacher. Excuse.
Excuse. X. Say X.
Excuse.
Yes. I'm making a little bit bigger.
Excuse.
Like, excuse me. Similar excuse, yeah?
Excuse.
Yeah, excuse. All right. So, how about you, Eugene?
If you really want to do something, you will find a way. If you don't, if you don't, you will find the excuse.
So, you're choosing B.
B.
Monica
Yeah.
has chosen C. All right. Remember that here, excuse is not specific. It is a general excuse. Okay? Yeah, Eugene.
Oh, yes, yes.
All right. So, in that case, using D would be unlikely to be correct.
Oh,
If you really want to do something in life, for example, you'll find a way. If you don't, you'll find an excuse. It's like a proverb. Okay. Do you remember what is called proverb? Monica or Eugene?
what is the?
I'm writing it. Proverb. Oops.
Oh,
It's like a saying.
Saying. Very good. Wise saying. Proverbs are like wise saying that moves from one generation to another, one century
Mm-hmm.
to another. Those are mostly meaningful. Like honesty is the best policy. It's very amazing proverb or good saying.
Mm-hmm.
Always tell the truth. Okay. So
Mm-hmm.
similarly,
Okay.
if you really want to do something in your life, you'll find a way. If you don't, you'll find an excuse because you
Mm-hmm.
always look for an excuse. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm joking. So remember, it is your interest that will help you move forward and develop to achieve your success and target. Remember, you both are planning to sit for the IELTS exam. My suggestion would be from today, read and try to write something every week, at least once or twice. If you need help, I'm
Okay,
here. You
teacher.
can always send me your writing. I can check it and give you back by email.
okay.
Thank
All
you,
right.
teacher.
Thank you, teacher.
Remember that practice is the key factor, and there is no alternative of practice, no excuse of practice, no quicker method. It is found from
Mm-hmm.
statistics that people who practice, their success rate is higher than those who do not practice.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yes, teacher, you're right.
okay. So this answer, Monica is correct in this case. A N. An excuse. A way. Find a way. Find an excuse. All right, I've got 1 more minute, so let's chit chat a little bit. So, Eugene, what are you going to do after finishing this lesson?
Probably I'm going to make a room to speak with people in English.
You're going to make a room?
Yes, on Hallo.
You mean you're going to conduct a lesson?
Not
Live
content.
stream?
Yes, live stream. Yeah.
All right, great. And Monica, what's your plan after finishing this lesson?
My plan, teacher, is go to outside and visit the main square to Cusco and walking for a few moments, and after that maybe I drink a coffee and no more, teacher.
Thank you very much. Say hello to your parents and all the brothers and sisters. Okay, it's going to be finished in
Thank you,
3 seconds.
teacher.
I'll see you. Take care. Be safe. Thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
Bye, bye, teacher. Bye, bye.